Hi guys, so we're going to go ahead and look at 3 of the questions that were the most commonly missed on the test that you guys took on Chapter 1 or Unit 1. So if you look at the first question, it's question number 21. And you had to read this first and then answer the question. So it goes through, and this is from the Book of the Dead, which is an Egyptian religious scripture from 1550. It says, I have not committed evil against men. I have not mistreated cattle. I have not committed sin in the place of truth. I have not blasphemed God. I have not made anyone sick. I have not made anyone weep. I have not killed. I have not held up water in its season. And I have not built up a dam against running water. So a lot of this stuff, whoever wrote this is indicating that, they haven't mistreated private property or, anybody's person. So the question asks, the existence of documents like the one excerpted above demonstrates that the Egyptians, and the correct answer for this one is they had a strong central authority. The reason for this is that it cannot be relied on the desert for protection. It doesn't say anything about that. It doesn't say anything about C, developing a concept of the afterlife, even though we know that that's what it's doing. And then for D, it relied on oaths to keep the military loyal to the pharaoh. It doesn't say anything about the military in here, or even, address the military. But we know that it had a strong central authority from this because it's going through rules against private property. So we know that they were not able to hurt somebody else's private property, which would be part of their laws. So that's why this answer is C. So the next question that the majority of students got incorrect was question number 31. And if you look at what you're supposed to do here, again, it's another reading. You were supposed to read one document and then the other document and kind of compare them. So the first one talks about wreck house, build a boat, forsake possessions and seek life, belongings reject and life save, take aboard the boat, seed of all living things. The boat you shall build, let her dimensions be measured out, let her width and length be equal, roof her over like watery depths. And that's the flood story from the Epic of Gilgamesh. And then the second one is from the flood story in the Hebrew Torah. And God saw that the earth was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted its way upon the earth. And God said to Noah, I have determined to make an end of all flesh, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. Now I am going to destroy them along with the earth. Make yourself an ark of cypress wood. For my part, I am going to bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy from under heaven all flesh, which is the breath of life. Everything that is on earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing, of all flesh, you shall bring 2 of every kind into the ark, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. So the second story is definitely expanded upon from the Epic of Gilgamesh, and the Epic of Gilgamesh from Mesopotamia was probably expanded from by, the earliest Mesopotamians who had to deal with the flooding of the Tigris and the Euphrates. So if you go down to question number 31, it says the 2 flood accounts differ in which of the following ways? And it can't be A because it's the same area, but about 1,000 years apart. So, it's number 30. If you look at A, the 2 cultures independently developed flood stories. No, they didn't independently develop them. They used the same concept. And since they're 1,000 years apart, the Bible took the Epic of Gilgamesh. It can't be B because Gilgamesh was first. And it can't be C because it was in different times. Both societies attempted to unite their societies using literature and religion. This is supposed to be similarities, and from here, I'm not really sure that they were uniting their 2 societies. And then D, they used, both societies borrowed stories circulated as part of an older tradition. So they borrowed stories that were before them. The last question I want to go over with you is question number 34. And if you look at this chart, it gives you different ways to look at the same situation. So it gives you a timeline, yes, but then it talks about this timeline and compares it against the 12-month calendar, and then gives you the actual years. So what this is showing you is different ways of periodizing or categorizing the past into different quantified named blocks of time in order to facilitate the study and analysis of history. So this is periodization, and if you didn't know what periodization was, that would have made this question pretty difficult. So it's okay.